So that's an overview of the workshop. And now I would like to have Janet Gerson turn on her camera, and I will do my best to spotlight you because she's going to talk about these groups that we're going to go into after to greet people and throughout the day. So Janet, let me get you on the camera here.
Welcome, everyone. I am so grateful to be here. I want to start the process of introduction by saying I'm wearing this sun hat because the warmth of the sun is shining right in on me, spotlighting, but my real focus is here with the warmth of my heart from me to you and among all of us. And that is the center. Warmth and heart is at the center of our connection reflection groups. We start this morning, the topic, so to speak, of our, quote, the name of our process, appreciative inquiry, is to introduce ourselves. This whole workshop is a process of introduction because introducing ourselves is a way to bring forward the dignity in ourselves, to share with each other, and to include each other. So I hope that you'll all be both forthcoming and elicitive, inviting and listening, having patience and grace and heart to include everyone in your group. So these groups we've named in the basis of our most significant value of dignity. We've called them connection reflection groups that will be breakthrough rooms. So these breakthrough rooms, you see, we want to encourage insight, the insight that comes from a relational perspective, from a conversation among each other. And using our value of dignity, we have taken to invite you in your groups to choose one person. You choose yourselves or together, volunteer to become what we call the Dignity Gardener. So in each group that we'll have throughout the workshop, there'll be one person will become the Dignity Gardener. And your role as a Dignity Gardener is to invite everyone to participate, to keep a loving eye on the time, and conclude with thank yous and one reflection to share in the chat. In other words, you'll all come together in, interestingly, a very mechanical way, because the computer sorts us into these groups of approximately 6 people. You'll see that everyone shares and reflects, and you need to save a little of that 15 minutes to come up with one insight that comes from the whole group together. And then the Dignity Gardener has the role of writing that insight into the chat. Everyone will have access to see these insights in the chat, and but verbally, because of time, we'll just 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 insights will be shared verbally with the whole group. So what you'll do is, again, it's 15 minutes. That goes so quickly. It just zooms right by. But fortunately, because of Zoom, there's a clock ticking down inside the chat room. And try to really round things up with 1 minute left so that you can just say thank yous, confirm your insight, and move out of the chat. So again, meet and greet. Turn on the microphone and video because now you're all unmuted and invisible. Turn those things on. Identify who will be your Dignity Gardener. Introduce yourselves. Discuss appreciatively, inquiring with dignity, with openness and heart, and then move on to close the meeting and come back to the whole group.
Thank you, Janet, for your introduction. I'm going to open these rooms. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Everybody gets to a room. We have some Digna Gardeners out there, but we're hoping everybody becomes a Digna Gardener by the end of this workshop. So whoever decides to volunteer as a Digna Gardener is great. And we look forward to having you greet each other because that's one of the most important parts of our workshop. Thank you, Janet. I'm opening the rooms now. We'll see you in about 15 minutes.